What's going on, Libra? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Libra. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Because it's a general energy weekly spread. Yeah, something like that, Libra. But with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on the situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Libra. So I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we will get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? Thank you. And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested, Libra. But also down below are some links for some other readers that I like watching. So, yeah, they're a very intuitive group. You know, really, really great energies that they bring. Very different types. So, hopefully you like them, Libra. But let's get to your first card here. Oh, interesting. So you got the Aquarius. Got some weird cards in this deck. You got the 8th card of Aquarius here, which is the fish hook card. And with this card, this is a card of powerless, feeling helpless, paralyzed, vulnerable, trap, temptation, bait, con game, great catch, luck, prosperity, resourcefulness, abundance, and multiplication factor. And the energy that's coming through here, Libra, is the vulnerable. And I feel like for some that when it was coming through, it almost felt like more so just like more so a need to maybe be more vulnerable. And it's not that I feel like it's not we're just wearing our heart on our sleeve, Libra, but maybe we've been in this place where we have been operating a little more like been maybe in more of our air energy than maybe dipping into that water maybe a little bit, allowing yourself to feel a little bit more, and just and again, it's not like we're just letting just everybody just know the tea, Libra, but it's just like it's just letting like maybe some people in or something along those lines here. It's like there's this, and it could be that it's just that. Just even think, because this is a pretty intense card, really. You know, maybe some of us in the past, we might have been caught off guard or something kind of, you know, we had led to think that something was safe, and then, you know, you get that shock, that hook, and then that's a weird energy to bounce back from, Libra. So it's like I do understand if that's something where we may be operating from, but it is at some point, it's just like, well, how are we going to heal from that, you know, because at some point we don't want that to become something that prevents us from really seeing all the abundance that could be around. Because even when we had situations where if we were kind of caught with we did kind of just lay our hearts out there, and then we got snatched up or something along those lines, something kind of caught you off guard there, where that may not have been great, but there was wisdom in there, Libra, if not anything else, and that's a valuable thing to have. You know, learn discernment and this growth and all that type of stuff. And listen, that does, again, I could leave you know, that kind of stuff can cut kind of deep, but the nice thing though, I feel like that is that another thing too, Libra, it does teach you how you don't want to be treated, but how you also would treat others as well. Because it's like you would never want to put someone else in that situation, like in a situation that you've been in. So it even helps you operate from, and not that you wouldn't have already been in that place, but it even becomes more intentional, more kind of thoughtful, if that makes sense, Libra. And I kind of like that too. That's really nice. But let's get some tarot on this and get some details. Oh, interesting. All right. There's a good old devil. I was actually thinking about him on a walk today. Alright, Libra. Oh. Thank you. So let's see what we got here. Oh, and your ruler? Alright, so... Alright, Libra. We're not... Oh, and you. We're not playing around, Libra. So you got the Empress, Venus in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles. And then we have the Queen of Swords and the Devil upright here. And this does feel like a Libra that, you know, maybe again at some point... Because, hell, you know, even the Empress can get caught off guard from time to time. You know, it's... But, you know, and that's interesting that she would pop up in reverse because the Venus is retrograde right now, and she'll be retrograde through the 3rd of September. And so this can be a great time to evaluate our relationships, Libra. Pay attention to the reciprocity because because here's the thing too, Libra, if we cut ourselves off like that, you know, that's going to be harder to form relationships, and not where that's your obligation. You are a sign of relationships, you know, a sign of, you know, bringing people together. I feel like it's and again, it's not just in a romantic context, you know, this is friends, you know, one-on-one kind of partnerships here, and I feel like those bonds are important, and you can be there to teach, you know, these others even. I feel like there's this lessons that could be come through here. Like it's very interesting, Libra, but because, you know, Queen of Swords, this is you too, and I do feel like with the devil, because even the devil is tricky in how he can manifest and how he can keep us growing, because cutting ourselves off from, you know, relationships and not being open, that can be another form of devil situation where it's just like we're, you know, and I think I was kind of telling Taurus about this. We had to be mindful of generalizations where I get where maybe one person might have did you wrong, but that doesn't mean that everyone does you wrong. And even if we had, and you know, and especially Libra, if we've had you know, multiple kind of things go south, you know, where you just, it seems like, you know, just keep getting, the Empress keeps getting caught off guard. It's that then there's something to get eyes on, because that's, you know, Empress don't like being in reverse all day. So it's, I do feel like that the relationships are, no, again, of any kind, are, no matter how they go, are always meant to teach us something. Always meant us for us to become sharper, Libra, to gain more discernment, to gain more clarity, to kind of, because even just thinking too, Aquarius is a sign of networking, and Aquarius, they're that energy of just like that friends, groups, and things, sure. But I feel like this is almost like next, it's taking it to that next step, you know, going to the Pisces energy where it becomes more deeper, where it's becoming a soul tribe type of energy here, Libra. But yeah, no, it's just, you know, and you know you're in a judgment-free zone, Libra, but if we stop giving those energies out there, then that's what we're going to stop getting, you know, is that, and that's, you know, and then again, not that there's anything wrong with, you know, having like a small group of friends or anything like that, or like feeling that we can do things alone, Libra, but it's hard doing things all by yourself, and we don't ever truly do anything really by ourselves, you know, like if we really want to break things down, it's just something to be with, you know. It's something to process and heal and understand from. There are going to be situations that they're going to come your way again, but again, you'll see the red flags a lot sooner, and then we'll either put up some boundaries or we'll keep it moving. Right? But yeah, I feel like that's something, you know, if we have been having just any sort of relationship type of issues, or, you know, just troubles being vulnerable, that's what, you know, I feel like Venus being retrograde in Leo right now is getting that confidence back, Libra, and just reflecting on that stuff there. But let's get another oracle on the mix. Let's get some tea, Libra. All right. See what else we have. Thank you. All right. Ooh, you got your opposite sign here, Libra. You got the 6th card of Aries here, which is flat card. And with this card of achievement, recognition, overthrow, success, victory, winner, conquest, mastery, bragging rights, carry the day, plans coming to fruition, and king of the mountain. Interesting, Libra. So the energy that's coming through is the carrying the day, and I feel that maybe for some, that's interesting. Maybe for some that, just kind of piggybacking off this vulnerable here, I do feel like that there is this energy of maybe even with this Empress being in reverse, and that's an interesting way to kind of come through that. It's like maybe we're tired of just being in which is, and I hope you kind of know what I'm saying, Libra. It's like we're tired of always having to be on all the time, always having to be in Empress mode. It's just a lot being in the Empress energy. Even if we're bedweighted all the time, have to deliver that like 100%, like people can't thinking it all the time. It's a lot to just carry that energy, kind of day in and day out of it. And especially if we're not allowing ourselves sometimes to be vulnerable, or allowing ourselves time to just kind of kick it back, because the Empress is, she's not just around just sitting pretty. She's out there making coins. She's out there. She's got 2 houses. She's a Empress is a busy little bee, but she knows that in order to maintain that stuff, she's got to equally give to herself as she does to other situations. So maybe this is somewhere it's like we're not carrying the day today. Maybe we need to take some time off, or maybe we have, again, maybe some relationships or something where it's like maybe it's like they've always wanted to be kind of unload, which on your Libra, you're such a diplomatic sign, have such a way with words, you're really understanding, but and let them be understanding, let them have learned something from you, and just be like, hey, how about I unload for a little bit, can I talk about myself, or I don't want to talk about anything. Yeah, I just want to be hermit mode and just kind of be for a minute. So that could be something that is kind of going through you there, Libra. But I do kind of feel like maybe for some others, carry the day, that there is this need to maybe kind of embody this Empress energy a little bit more. That there's something where it's like, because you really are in a very creative type of energy here, Libra, and I feel like in a great place for doing any type of manifestation, whether this is kind of, doing some self-improvement. You can make this thing fun, maybe instead of like just joining like a regular gym, for example, if we want to do like weight loss, or, just getting in shape, it's just like, then let's maybe join like a dance class or something along those lines. Get like one of those Roombas or something. Look at you, Libra, getting down. Or just anything along those lines. You are in a place where I almost feel like you can be an example for others, really kind of inspire some other people to get into this Empress energy here, and really kind of, I don't know, kind of either put in some work. I feel like with this Capricorn like energy, putting in some work, I feel like to kind of like, it's like letting that Empress shine or something along those lines. Really like, I don't know, bringing this sense of, I don't know, Libra, I dig it. Like, it's let's, what, let's get some tarot on this and see what this Empress energy is about. Oh, there you are. There's Leo energy. So look, we're shining bright, Libra. Hold on, let's see what else we got. Expansion. Alright, let's see what we got here, Libra. Oh, and abundance. Or at least we're thinking about it. So you have the 3 of Wands and the Strength card up right here, Libra. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And with this energy here, I'm almost kind of leaning more towards this kind of embodying this Empress energy here, because the Strength card can be a card of confidence here, and I feel like that you can get the wheel turning. I almost feel like with the Wheel of Fortune being here, Libra, it's like it's not necessarily that abundance is missing or that you're stuck in a cycle. Is that you can get this cycle. It almost feels like you're kind of in like a real sort of unique place right now where you can really And it's not that you can't already like always do this, Libra, but I feel like that there's almost this awareness that we can, if we wanted to, let's say for example we just wanted to get up and move one day, that we could, you know, or that if we wanted to change jobs we could, that if we could do this we could. And that's where I almost feel like you're in that sort of state. And it's like, it's, I do feel like that if you've been flirting with an idea here, Libra, as far as like, you know, maybe changing to a new cycle, you know, investing in, I don't know, something that's going to either, yeah, just kind of help you grow in some kind of way, really kind of help you just kind of come into your energy, really, because look at that infinity sign that looks you in tune with your higher self there, your higher energies. That almost like kind of like confident primal energy there, Libra. I like that. But yeah, I do feel like it's going to be, it's one thing I feel to, I almost feel like that this energy is like the universe is just like, okay, okay, Empress, you can channel into this stuff. Let's see it, prove it. Okay, you want these things. You say you want. Here's me lining up all this stuff for you. Now, do you want to take that leap? Do you want to be that person that's feeling like king of the mountain? You know, that we're it's almost feels like, I mean, it got me thinking about, just because the Aries energy, their ruler is Mars, and thinking about the relationship with like the Tower, Mars, and then Empress Venus. It almost feels like it's saying that, you know, you're, that maybe for some, you know, we may be at this place where we've reached that that state that we're, it's time to move to the next level, you know what I mean? It's like, now that the Empress, you know, we came, whatever this situation was that Mars kind of had changed up here and brought disorder, now we've Empressed enough, and now I feel like it's almost like it's leaving that Empress zone, to that familiar Empress zone, to step into something bigger, you know, to really kind of grow this garden, take this garden back to that mountaintop back there, Libra, you know, like that's, I hope that that makes sense. Something really kind of, I like that, Libra. Let me get a little bit more on the strength card here. I dig that. I also kind of feel too, just thinking about with the vulnerable part of it. Oh, let me get these cards. Okay, thank you. But before I get these cards, Libra, I also kind of feel with this vulnerable here, I feel like that there is a growth that can happen here if we, because it's like, I feel like it's not that you necessarily don't like the idea of forming relationships or things, but it can be hard, especially if we've been caught off guard in the past, or, you know, been something that's been, yeah, and again, just kind of thrown us out of whack. It can be hard to really kind of wholly invest. And again, it's not like I feel like it's like doing like a whole, again, bearing your heart out there, Libra, but it's just like I feel like it's this, again, that Six of Pentacles, that equal give and take, and I feel we can, once we get that flow, things are going to be harmonious there, Libra. But let's see what else you got here. So the Strength card is clarified by the Ten of Cups, Ten of Cups and the Knight of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Six of Cups upright here, Libra. And I do feel like with the Six of Cups here, it's like we were talking about, like there's an energy of like, it's like leaving the past in the past and using the lessons from that to grow newer memories, you know, like, okay, we never want to be in this place again. And it's not, again, it's not, I don't feel like it's a state of necessarily like closing other people off from this energy here. I just feel like that maybe it's with the Knight of Wands in reverse, it's like just a slowing down a little bit. Maybe if we were the type that did just sort of jump in, Libra. And listen, Libra, I get that. Like, so for me, I have, a little astrology here for a little bit, Libra. I have my moon placements in the 10th house, and that's a very public place for the moon to be in. And it's just like, you know, that's the moon's deals with your emotions and your subconscious. So it's kind of like there's this, because I don't have a problem just kind of like bearing my heart out and things. Like, it's not always the greatest, but it's, there is this energy of like when you do want to try to put up those barriers, it can feel like it's almost that you're faking, but it isn't. It's more so just like it's you're pacing yourself, you know, still bringing that same type of energy, but just more kind of like it's a concentrated release, Libra, I feel. But there's, I do feel like it's remembering too that that really these things that have happened, that's in the past. You know, we're making new memories, Libra, and we take those that past stuff and we use that to grow. You know, we use that to change, and it brings wisdom in the long run. And we may not have we may have had a different image of how, you know, relationships or maybe things were supposed to be, but now, you know, life has a weird way of kind of, you know, throwing weird lessons at us. But it all makes sense in the end here, Libra. Queen of Swords, Empress. I love this energy, Libra. Let's get your last card here. Oh. Oh, a little more Aquarius energy for the win here, Libra. So you got the third card of Aquarius, which is the Black Widow card. And with this card, I think you just got this not too long ago, Libra. But this is a card of betrayal, warning, twisted, turncoat, cunning, danger, toxic situation or relationship, web of control, entrapment, unexpected attack, insidious, poisonous, and low vibration. So the energy that's coming through here, Libra, is the web of control. And I almost feel like for some, and hear me out, Libra, it almost feels like that there's this. It's not necessarily that we're trapping people. It's more so that we've laid this web out so that we catch, like, so that it's like there's this is like our barrier in a sense. It's just like you can't get past, because you know how intricate webs can be, and it's like that's kind of feels like how we may have. It's like we're always playing chess, Libra, where it's like we're trying to keep others, like trying to stay like 10 steps ahead of them, and always like, you know, like anticipating, like, I don't know, like, you know, some kind of, because the unexpected attack kind of came through there too, and I thought that was unusual, and that feels like that is like we're almost anticipating them, like, you know, trying to come at us or really kind of catch us in a weird place, Libra, or just like, and where again I feel like it is fine to use your intuition and things to kind of test, you know, make sure that people's intentions are pure. It's I do feel like that this it may, and think about it too, Libra, you know, when the spiders, and I know that's what they're naturally doing, but when there's webs get all messed up, that's a lot to maintain, that, Libra. And I feel like what this energy is, it's just like it seems like it's getting into this state of, we're getting into devil territory again, where it's just like we're it's kind of like we're hindering our growth a little bit. We're just doing a lot. Like and that's only for some. And I just feel that it's again, it's not meant to, these relationships are not meant to just like just shut everybody off there. But it is more so just like just practicing just greater discernment and operating from a higher perspective and taking the wisdom from these situations here. But I do feel like for some others though, that doesn't mean that there won't still be situations where we may be tested, Libra, where, you know, something may seem, we recognize the sign, but it's like, oh, maybe there's something slightly different about it, something slightly more attractive. You know, the devil wants to make your and it's real unorthodox how he works, but it's just like he wants to take your vice or whatever it is that you're struggling with and just make it look a little bit prettier. It's just like, okay, let's try it from this way, Libra. How you like that? Oh, you grew. Ooh, look at you growing some more, Libra. Then let's crank it up a little bit more. That's the devil. That's aggressive, and it is something to think about though. Like if we notice that things, like, I don't know, maybe someone's trying to play some kind of games, or it just seems like there's a just, I don't know, just like if it's something in your guts telling you your Empress senses are tingling, then let's just get some, maybe slow things down a little bit, Libra. Just kind of get some eyes on that, because I think again it happens from time to time. You know, it happens, and empresses can get in reverse. But let's get some tarot on this. All right, Libra, last little bit here. Alrighty, so you have the King of Cups and the Seven of Wands in upright, and then you have the Temperance card in reverse. Let's go ahead and switch back over here, Libra. Because with this energy here, you know, it's interesting because right before the Devil is the Temperance card, and after the Devil is the Tower moment there, Libra. And that's not to get you scared, but it's more so just to pay attention. If something doesn't feel right, feels out of balance, it's about protecting your energies. With this, with the seven of wands being here, there's going to be all types of energies that's coming at you here. It's going to be different times where we need to keep a cool head, keep our head and our heart in alignment there, Libra, because the King of Cups, he's thrown down an ocean. If he gets caught up in every kind of fish hook that comes his way, in this sense, he would come back up for air, but you know what I mean, Libra, he'd be stuck in the ocean. And so and so but I do feel that there is this, and it's interesting, Libra, I do feel like the energy that's coming through with the King of Cups here is that there is this kind of as we're going through this thing, there is going to be this emotional understanding and a need to, and we'll see that there is a need, like we're going to find that balance of being able to protect your energies while still allowing others in. You know what I mean? I feel like that, and that's where I feel like we're trying to get here right now. It's like we're trying to mix that water and that fire together and really kind of get these energies kind of just melded here. But and I do think, Libra, it'll be something that it'll take a little time. But it'll take a little time, but it's something that we get better at through experience. And that's another thing I feel like with the Six of Cups too. That is a card of experience, and that's, it's like you're getting experience points for your next level up there, Libra. So I like that. That's a cool way to. I like that, Libra. So I think I'm gonna leave that there. But if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. And share this, Libra, if you know someone who's been maybe kind of in a weird kind of situation, or just something along those lines, Libra. Because it's very interesting energy. But just share this. And then all you Empresses, subscribe, hit that bell button to get notified on all these videos each week. And then I'm on this meditation app, Insight Timer, and start a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. It's just a group to post like positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. And then as the group grows, I'm gonna start posting different like healing music and like guided affirmations. It's gonna be lovely, Libra. It'll be like I'm gonna do one, and I can do like call them like give them different titles. Do like one like self care with the Empress, and I don't know, maybe getting over vices with the devil, something like that. Abundance with the Wheel of Fortune. But definitely check that out, Libra. And then lastly, I don't think any Cancer's cards here, and that's fine, because if you have any Cancer in your placement, that's even better. Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to my other channel, The Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans. Get to meet Rhonda. It's the whole thing. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get you some prize cards here so I can get you out of here, Libra. I like that. Get you out of here healing, because you got the Ten of Wands in reverse here, and that's what I feel like is going down here, Libra. It's like we may have came from this place, because Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords, and with the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is intense energy. It can be a card of betrayals, backstab. Like it's intense, So it's where it's like we're questioning, because it's the Sun in Gemini, and it's like we're in this place where it's like we're questioning, just like it's like we're almost like reevaluating this whole our life's decision up to this point, even, Libra. And I know that's tough for being an air sign. Like I'm a Cancer, but I have a Gemini moon, so I'm thinking all the time, and it's. But I feel with the Ten of Swords, though, it's once we realize that, just like the sun, we can always rise again. It gets easier to remove those swords one at a time, just as it makes sense, Libra, and just kind of process this stuff. And even just thinking here, Libra, you gotta. Just say you got because I picked the gems kind of, I'll just kind of hover over and whatever higher self is feeling. And, rose quartz is a really good healing stone. You got amethyst over here. I mean, it's a lot of healing energy. I like that there, Libra. So That's something else to think about there. Alright, so it's got your best interest at heart. I like that. Let's see what else we got here, Libra. Oh, see? Got your best interest at heart. And there's your heart, Libra. You got the witch heart in reverse here. And it's probably been, whatever this situation is, it probably did get us feeling some kind of way. And you may be feeling some kind of way for a minute. And that's okay, Libra. You take as much time as you need to process this thing. But I feel like it's just as long as we're processing, kind of reflecting as it makes sense. It will. I like that there's like some lunar cycles. A lunar cycle, a little bit of lunar shenanigans. There's a lunar cycle is kind of going through here. Because it may take a lunar cycle too for the maybe for the heart. It's like maybe we even understand it logically, Libra, but it's just like the emotions maybe even be kind of catching up. Just thinking with the King of Cups here. So that could be something to give it a little bit of time. The heart, it always heals. That heart chakra. And you know what? Show yourself. That could be something too, Libra. Just show yourself some love. Treat yourself like an empress for a while. I mean, always, Libra. But especially if we've been kind of feeling this kind of down here, just haven't been feeling trusting, or, just been maybe going through a lot. So, just something to think about there, Libra. But I think I'm going to leave that there. So, you stay safe out there with all these, fish hooks, black widows, and, raise your vibration to the roof there, Libra. Carry the day, treat yourself to an Empress and Empress week life. Just a little Empress life, Libra. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.